broskies, it's Sona. Today I'll yet again be drawing Disney princesses if they were evil. Part 2. Go check out part 1 if you want. Let's go. First up is Elsa from the Disney movie Frozen. This movie revolves around two sisters, Anna and Elsa, who were princesses that lived in a kingdom called Arendelle. Elsa was born with powers to produce ice and snow, and growing up, the two sisters were very close. Elsa often played with Anna using her snow powers, but one night things got out of hand, causing Elsa to actually strike Anna with ice, hurting her. After this, their parents decided Elsa must hide her powers to prevent anyone from getting her again, erasing Anna's memories, so she forgot Elsa ever had powers. For years, Elsa tried to learn to control her powers, and later on their parents ended up getting into an accident on a ship, killing them. This left Anna and Elsa alone, and Elsa became the next queen of Arendelle. During the coronation party, Anna meets Prince Hans, a dude she just met, and wants to marry him. But Elsa says no, rightfully so, and they start to argue. This leads Elsa to accidentally reveal her powers to the public, causing her to flee the kingdom in a panic, freezing everything around her, trapping her kingdom in a perpetual winter. Anna travels on a journey to find Elsa and break her icy spell. Meeting many new friends along the way, Anna finds Elsa in a castle of ice she created, which actually looks really cool, but Elsa repeats history in a panic by accidentally hitting Anna with ice, but this time in the heart, which is deadly over time. She then summons a giant snowman named Marshmallow, no, not the one that creates music, that chases them away. Well, she said she wanted to protect Anna, but her snowman nearly killed them, so kinda going against the point, Elsa. Anna gets really ill from the ice that struck her heart, so they find some magical trolls that ship Kristoff ex Anna, and the old man troll tells Anna she will freeze to death unless she experiences an act of true love, which she assumes to be a kiss. So they go back to Arendelle so Anna can kiss Hans to cure her, but psych! Hans is actually an evil piece of doo-doo who leaves Anna to die locked in the room with no escape. Hans and some guards go to Elsa's ice castle and capture her, but she escapes her prison. Wow, that was fast. Hans catches up with Elsa and tells her that Anna is dead, even though she isn't, causing Elsa to fall to her knees and break down. Anna also eventually escapes, and she sees Elsa and Hans as Hans raises his sword to kill Elsa, which is really messed up by the way. At least let the woman cry. God. Anna runs in front of Elsa, shielding her, immediately freezing and breaking Hans' sword. Elsa sees her frozen sister, get it? Frozen? Okay, sorry, and cries while holding her. This actually unfreezes Anna, as it is an act of true love, and they share a warm embrace. Elsa unfreezes the kingdom, and yeah, everything's cool again. Yay! This movie was pretty neat, and my favorite part is when Hans got punched in the face. I really love Elsa's design, it's very pretty, so I thought it'd be neat to turn her evil. My concept is that Elsa does end up actually killing Anna with her ice magic, and after she does this, she is thrown in prison. Much of her powers are normally set off by fear and other intense emotions, as she never truly learned to control them. So as she is in her prison, her powers only continue to grow and the storm becomes worse. Eventually, the entire kingdom is completely froze, including the people of Arendelle. The ice spreads to other kingdoms in various parts of the world until eventually the entire world is frozen by Elsa. Elsa is the only person left on Earth, and because her powers caused everything to freeze, she spends the rest of her time in isolation. Eventually, her heart cannot handle the loneliness and guilt that she feels, and in the end, her heart freezes itself, and she too becomes ice. So, needless to say, I may have made Elsa's bad story really depressing. Oopsies. On a real note though, I just feel this outcome would make the most sense if things were meant to go really wrong instead of the classic, happy-go-lucky Disney movie ending. I know she's already an ice queen, but I wanted her to look even more icy in my design. Because of her powers being out of control, she is slowly freezing and ice is taking over her body, as you can see in my drawing. I made her eyes black with glowing crystal blue pupils. I mostly kept her hair the same, but included this spiked ice crown with tiny shards at the end. Her skin is blue since she is cold as ice, obviously, and there are cracks throughout her skin, I guess kind of resembling that she is broken, both physically and mentally. I changed up her blue dress a bit and added sharp crystal-like icicles on her shoulders as well, followed by her arm on the right covered in ice, which is slowly spreading to the rest of her body. There are various areas on her dress where ice crystals are growing as well. The left side of her dress is flowing normally, while the right side of it is completely frozen. Here is evil Elsa. Well, can I really call her evil? I kind of feel bad for her. Anyways, she turned out really cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Next up on this list is Rapunzel from the movie Tangled. This movie starts off with a drop of the sun falling down onto Earth, creating a magical flower with healing abilities. An old lady discovers the flower, her name is Mother Gothel by the way, and uses it for herself to make herself young. Then fast forward to the kingdom of Corona. The pregnant queen falls ill, so the soldiers of the kingdom go and search for the magical flower, eventually finding it and giving it to the queen, curing her. Then the king and queen finally had their baby, Rapunzel. The baby was born with powers of the flower and long golden hair. However, However, one night, the old woman who had used the flower before broke into their castle and kidnapped the baby. That's messed up. Gothel raised Rapunzel as her own, keeping her in a tower hidden in the forest where no one could find them, never allowing her to leave. She lied to her and told her the outside was too dangerous. Throughout the years, she used Rapunzel's hair to keep her young, having her sing a song which made her hair glow and use as magic. Every night on Rapunzel's birthday, the kingdom put lanterns in the sky for their daughter. Rapunzel watched from her window and wanted to go see the lanterns, so on her 18th birthday, she asked Mother Gothel if she could go and see them, and she said no, of course. But the same day, a criminal named Flynn Rider broke into Rapunzel's tower because he was being chased by soldiers for stealing the princess's crown. She whacked him with a pin and tied him up, telling him she will give him the crown back if he took her to see the lanterns. He agreed, and fast forward, cause a lot of random stuff happens, but long story short, Rapunzel and Flynn go on a journey to the kingdom. Gothel finds out Rapunzel left and hires two ugly men to help her get Rapunzel back. Meanwhile, Rapunzel and Flynn actually get feelings for each other along the way. They eventually make it to the kingdom where Gothel finds Flynn and Rapunzel at the lanterns, and right as they're about to kiss, the two dudes she hired beat up Flynn and tied him on a boat to trick Rapunzel into thinking he left her. Mother Gothel manipulates Rapunzel into going home with her, and she's back in the tower again. Woohoo. Rapunzel suddenly finds out she is the lost princess and Gothel has been lying to her. Yay! Also finding out Flynn is about to be executed for his crimes at the kingdom. I thought this was supposed to be a kid's movie. She tries to leave, but Gothel ties her up so she can't. With the help of some friends, Flynn escapes before he is executed and rushes to Rapunzel's tower, only to find her tied up. Mother Gothel stabs Flynn in the chest, like what the heck? And Rapunzel begs her to let her heal Flynn. In return, she will stay with Gothel forever. Gothel agrees to this, however, right before Rapunzel heals Flynn, he suddenly cuts off her hair, which makes Mother Gothel turn into dust like the old hag she is. Easily the best part of the movie. That was satisfying. Then Flynn dies, and Rapunzel sheds a magic tear on him, which heals him, and now he isn't dead. Cool. They go to the kingdom, and Rapunzel is reunited with the king and queen, and also gets engaged to Flynn. This movie was super good, and I'm glad I watched it again, but man, can I just say, that movie was a lot more dark and messed up than I remember. I mean, I felt really bad for Rapunzel. Mother Gothel was very manipulative and just bad. As you can see, my evil design of Rapunzel is kinda disturbing. My concept is that at the end of the movie, Rapunzel didn't end up healing Flynn Rider, and he died from his wound. Instead, Mother Gothel locked Rapunzel down below where she originally planned. As time passes, Rapunzel attempts to escape, each time Mother Gothel becoming crueler. Eventually, Gothel had broken all of Rapunzel's limbs until she was merely reduced to a rag doll with no way to escape her prison. She still kept her alive though, of course. She needed the magic after all. One day, as Gothel ventured the outdoors, she stumbled across yet another magical flower. However, this flower was not the same. Instead, it was glowing red. Curious but cautious not to use it on herself, Gothel gave the flower to Rapunzel to see its magic. This flower gave Rapunzel the power to absorb all life around her and turned her mind twisted, and she felt extreme hunger and the need to feast on anything that she could find. Her hair suddenly had gained a mind of its own, breaking the chains and using the hair as legs instead of her own. Her hair absorbed the life from Mother Gothel until she turned to ash. Rapunzel escaping the tower and going on a rampage into the kingdom, destroying everything and everyone. The red flower had taken over. As you can see, I drew all of her limbs broken and mangled looking. I made her eyes glowing, and she has this creepy wide smile. Her dress is also dusty and tattered from the years she was locked in the dungeon. Her long hair is holding up her body as she can no longer stand on her own. Her hair basically is her at this point. Here is evil Rapunzel. Let me know your thoughts. She kinda scares me. Last but not least, Moana from Moana. The movie starts off telling a tale of Te Fiti, the goddess of motherland that could create life and made the islands. One day, however, a demigod of the wind and sea, Maui, stole Te Fiti's heart. Without her heart, Te Fiti began to crumble, creating darkness in the ocean. Tika, a demon of earth and fire, struck Maui, never to be seen again. The movie then follows a girl, Moana, who grew up in a village of Motunui. As she is the daughter of the village chief, she is next in line. Moana has always had a love for the ocean, and when she was a baby, the ocean chose Moana to restore the heart of Te Fiti, giving her the heart. But she dropped it, so yeah. Moana desperately wanted to set sail, however, her father always told her, never go beyond the reef, as it was dangerous. Suddenly, the village's crops were dying and the fish were disappearing. Moana later learns from her grandma Tala that their people used to be voyagers who sailed the sea. However, they stopped due to the ocean's darkness. Te Fiti's heart was stolen by Maui and needs to be restored in order for the darkness of the ocean to stop spreading. Grandma Tala gives Moana the heart that she dropped when she was a baby, as she had been holding on to it for all those years. Moana sets sail to the sea Maui and finds Maui on an island, demanding he boards her boat to restore the heart of Te Fiti. Then he boasts about how great he is because that's the Rock's entire personality trait in every movie. They fight some coconut gremlins who want the heart, winning the battle. Maui explains he needs his magical hook to use his powers, which was stolen by Tamatoa, a crab who lives in the underworld. They find Tamatoa and battle him. Maui retrieves his hook, but it's defective, causing him to nearly lose the fight. But they make it out alive, escaping with the hook. After some training, he masters the hook once again, and then they venture out to find Te Fiti to restore the heart. They run into Teka, battling but losing the first time. Maui's hook gets hit and then he gets mad and runs off, but comes back, helping Moana get past Teka to get to Te Fiti. When she sees Te Fiti isn't where she's supposed to be, she realizes Teka is Te Fiti. Moana returns the heart, breaking the darkness and restoring the true Te Fiti, who erases the darkness, restoring life on all islands and sea once again. Moana is by far one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Like, it's amazing, hands down. If you disagree, you're wrong. As well as Moana honestly being the best spirited Disney princess I've seen. Her passion and determination to save her island and the ocean is unlike any other Disney princess. I just love her high spirit. That's why I had such a hard time making her evil. Like, it just felt impossible. But after a long time of thinking, I got it. So my concept is that Moana goes on her original journey to find Maui and restore the heart of Te Fiti. However, during the fight with Tamatoa, Maui dies while Moana manages to escape with the hook. Moana loses much hope, but is still determined to return the heart of Te Fiti. She trains herself and finally fights Teka and defeats him using Maui's magical hook. But afterwards, she soon realizes she actually killed Te Fiti, not realizing sooner that they were both the same. After she had killed Te Fiti's body, it sent a reaction to the heart, which in turn suddenly connected itself to Moana as its new body. The heart had collected all the rage and suffering Te Fiti died with and passed it on to Moana. This corrupts Moana and completely changes her, as she now holds the anguish of Te Fiti's heart. As there was now no way to save the ocean due to Te Fiti's heart no longer being able to be restored, the darkness in the ocean spreads, draining life of the ocean and islands. The darkness consumes Moana. Alright, I know there is a theme with me making all these evil versions tragic, but I could not for the life of me make Moana purely evil, okay? She's too pure. So this way, Moana made a terrible mistake by accidentally killing Te Fiti, unfortunately facing the consequences of eternal suffering and regret. Since Moana is corrupted by the broken heart, I wanted her appearance to also resemble Teka, so much of her skin is covered by lava, with Maui's fishhook also becoming corrupted. I've actually never drawn lava before, but I did my best. I was also really tired while making this drawing. On her chest is the heart, which attaches itself to her. Overall, I wanted there to be a lot of emotion in this drawing because she's feeling all the pain and suffering Teka felt, along with her own, knowing what she had caused. In the end, I think this turned out really cool. Here is evil, corrupted Moana. Hey broskies, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your favorite Disney princess I drew in the comments. Mine is Rapunzel. And feel free to comment what princesses you want to see in the next video. Okay, bye!